Hello. Hi Snatch, how's it going? I've got, I think, 2 matches to show you guys today. One will be 59 versus Shocks, and the other will be Bex versus Captain Ash. I don't know if they're playing the same maps, but they might be. I can actually look at that for you. Gonna work? No. Hang on. Ugh. Add display capture. Okay, this is horrible. I should have sorted this out before the stream. But I thought I'd show you guys the predictions. So the maps will be Shocks versus 59, Nitro and Tempest. And then, I don't know, Bex versus Ash. Where's that? There we are. Nitro Tempest. So same maps. Oh, the game started. Should have been paying attention. I guess we'll get into it. I think the predictions are showing that this game is... Most people are expecting Shox' team to win. Which is who are on blue. Nice buy. And a headshot from Zero. Chero, even. But I don't know, I think 59's got a pretty strong team. Of course I would say that, given that I picked it for him, because he wasn't able to make the draft. But, I mean, Senator's, I think, probably a bit of an underrated player. Just generally. Maybe not salary-wise, but I think in people's opinion. Anyway, the first amp's coming up. So on this map, the amp is obviously in the box. And Shox is there, gets that completely uncontested, but he's quite low. And he's taken a snipe from 59, so now that puts so much pressure on him, especially because 59 has the belt. Nice headshot though. Or if they knew how low he was, if Shox got hit by any of those minigun secondaries, he'd have died. But he might go down here, 4 HP, and Craters. But with only 5 seconds left in the amp, Sunraiser picks it up and dies. GVD now has it, but he's low. So even though an uncontested amp grab, actually not too much out of it. Oh, Senator's going to take that belt. Actually, you see in there, so he jumped for the belt just to cover it in case, because it's such a risk. And then he decided not to take it because he already had the 100 armor, but he gets knocked off and blue team get the belt anyway. And it's a really messy fight in that room. Normally you'll see teams group up and push the room together. Let me know if the stream quality is alright, by the way. Should be lower than that. That's reset, that's why. It's going to do that every time. Should be less laggy. Anyway, yeah, pretty even game. So I think I probably voted draw for this one. I think that both teams have chances to take maps off each other. Shox' team is great. But Cyborg, I think, is kind of the X factor of that team. If he steps up and plays really well, then they can go far in this tournament. But I mean, it's their first match of the tournament, so I don't think he'll have warmed up quite so much. Obviously, he hasn't been playing prior to this cup all that much. But hang on, let me switch over to this amp. As Shox has it, he's quite low and gets insta-flacked by GVD, who's down to 1 HP. Clutch play from him. I mean, Shox was there and staring down 3 low health players with an amp. They definitely denied a couple there, but the armor on blue team is really strong right now. Especially because Shox has some vials. And nothing's really coming up for a while, so this is their chance to get some frags. Try and make up this slight deficit that they're under. Oh, the tri-rockets from the back. Shox getting double teamed. That's all of that armor completely gone. And he's only got Enforcer to work with. And he actually gets 59 there, which is clutch because the belt's just coming up. So Senator, oh, didn't know Shox was there, but Shox gets shot in the back and the belt's coming up. Senator's gonna, thought he was gonna leave it for his teammate, but he ends up taking it. And the amp's coming up. So if Senator knows this, he's in perfect position to get the amp, but I don't think he does because he's jumped down. Amp and Keg both up. Let's watch this amp. Will be Shox. Seems to be the only player taking the time of that amp. So real missed opportunity there by red team. Nice drop combo by Shox. But now he's out in the open against that minigun. Oh, 59 runs out of minigun ammo. Might have saved Shox, but needs to dodge these minigun secondaries. And he goes down. So no real support there on the amp for L7. And now Senator has it. And he's a pretty good shot. But yeah, here's a 14-point lead. Looks like someone picked up the keg. I didn't see who it was, but it is now a few seconds delayed from the amp. But again, blue team have the stack. And it looks like blue team ahead in stack fairly significantly, actually. And they've had more amp time, but they're just getting miles less damage. I'm gonna switch over to Cyborg. He's got that 100 armor. Takes the 50 off the map, preventing the enemy team from picking that up. But now he's in a pretty good position for this amp, which is coming up soon. So he's actually choosing to fight over the belt. Backing up. I wonder if he knows that this amp's up. Shock's probably calling it. He has been keeping track of it the whole game. Oh, someone died from the bio, and I can't get out the box. But yeah, only Shock seems to be keeping track of this amp. Or he might even drop it for someone here, because he's such... Oh, he's so low, and Senator's just there. It's so risky. That's why you need amp support. Because they've essentially just gifted this amp to... Oh, hang on. Kevlar got it in the end. Never mind. I guess Senator didn't pick it up. But it does look like this amp's mostly getting burned. Gets one kill, but traded instantly. So not much out of these amps. So even though Shock's getting all the amps, I just think there's a lack of team coordination to actually get things done with it. I dread to think what meme you guys can turn me into. But Belt's coming up in 5. 59 is... they're ahead of time, that's for sure. Needs to not get bioed by Cyborg. Which is easier said than done. I think Cyborg just ran into his own bio there, which is kind of funny. But yeah, still quite a significant lead for Red Team. And this is what I'm saying, like... I think that people are sleeping on their team. Nitro is a map where you can just brute force it with aim. So that definitely helps. And Shock's, again, a low HP amp grab. Completely uncontested, but everyone on his team is pretty low, to be honest. So even if he had team support... Oh, he's down to 3 health. He's surely going down here. If somebody just breathes on him, he'll die. Somehow manages to get to that health. There we go. Senator takes him out. And gets a double kill into Kevlar. Oh, nice one from Senator. I'll pull up the stats for you guys to take a look at. But yeah, Senator leading in damage, almost tied by 59. That's a big damage difference. Ooh. Possibly another one here for Senator. It goes down to the Enforcer. It is really hard to hit flak against someone doing that. But Senator, bit of a flak monkey this game. Doesn't seem to need to use anything else. 3 players on red with best weapon flak. My god, Senator! That was amazing. Amp's coming up. Goes to Cyborg this time, so not Shocks, but still blue team. And he does have double Enforcer, which is dangerous, especially if you're going to creep around here. But wants to get away from Senator. Down to 20 health. And 59 will take him out. Let's follow him, because he's stacked, but not after that rocket. Gets 1 kill. And a second. And a third. 2 seconds left in the sand. Might get a 4th, but no one's going to show themselves. Hops over a rocket there, that was quite lucky. And a headshot on Sunraiser. Honestly, red team are on fire aim-wise this game. Just seem to be winning all the fights. Okay, maybe not that one, but look how low the blue team players are. 2 of them about to go down. And another trade kill. So belt's coming up. And it's reaching that point in the game, so 30 frag difference, which is huge on this map. Where blue need control pretty much the rest of the entire game if they want to win this. Especially considering they've already had most of the amp control. They just need to start getting on this belt. Damage difference is almost 3k now, that's huge. Amp's on its way. It's been offset though. Even Shocks has lost track of it. Nearly a cheeky rocket from Sunraiser. As 59 drops into it. There we are. Chero has the amp. As GVD just vaporizes some of the flak cannon. Cyborg picks up the amp. 3 minutes and 32 frag difference. We're going to need to see some miracle work. And I'm not liking their chances, to be honest. They might just be thinking at this stage that they'll wait for map 2. And finally, red team, they're the ones with the stack. Which... oh, that was a big flak. But red don't really need to do much anymore. They can just make the game scrappy. Doesn't matter if they bleed a few frags here and there. As long as they halt any momentum the blue team start getting, you can just trade like 1 for 2 even. Then you'll win the game easily. Finally, they're here at the amp. Turns out they didn't need it most of the game, but... oh no, blue are getting the amp. How many amps did they get? Amps are going to be 7-1. And Shocks again, low HP though. But honestly, it's really rare that you'll see on Nitro this dominant a performance from a team that basically doesn't get the amps. And I think that's because the amps that blue have been getting, they're offset by the fact that they're low HP and red just keep getting the belt. 7 belts. And look, I've never seen so many players with max armor. That was quite cheeky. But yeah, 59 and Senator having big games. Over 5k damage. That's the big game landmark, in my opinion. Yes, let the smiley bind flow through you. Oh, Shock's going AFK. Not having fun. We'll switch over to Cyborg. Oh, belt amp. I mean, way too late to save the game, but you could see a run here. Cyborg is a good shot when he's on form. There's one. Come on, Cyborg, do it for the frag movie. Literally can't see anyone. There we go. Oh dear. And he might die here as well. Oh well, bit of a dud amp run. But yeah, 5.8k damage from Senator. Huge game. And lots of flak from all the players, actually. I guess there are 2 flak cannons on this map. But generally, it's quite a sniper-dominated map. Sniper and Shock. You'd see the highest damage players typically are the sniper players who sit up top. But not so this time round. And a huge disparity on the 100 armors and the amps. So that really does just suggest that red team had all the damage, which I guess the scoreboard agrees with. But it's even more impressive that they had all that damage despite the armor disadvantage and the amp disadvantage. Anyway, on to game 2, which will be Tempest. It's UT99 map week, apparently. But yeah, much tighter map. You can probably traverse it in roughly the same time, but there's just a lot more stuff in the way. Oh, that's fancy. Okay, missed the amp, but never mind. Yeah. The fact that 2 of these players are taking so long to join suggests that they haven't actually got the map downloaded. Which I guess means it's the first time they've played it, but who knows. I'm worried about what this image of me that's gonna be turned into a meme looks like. Okay, we've got all the players in the game now. Oof. I will show you the replay of that Senator clip, because it's so sick. Hang on. There we go. Fixed my scene. You didn't see anything. Alright, they're ready. As soon as I switch to the warm-up scene, they're ready out. That's what I like to see. Okay, maybe only one team is ready. There we go. So, map 2. So already 75% of the people who did the predictions are wrong. I should actually probably check that I wasn't in that 75% before I start gloating. But I do think that Shox' team has a better chance on this map. At least the previous version of Tempest, you can play quite tactically. Oh, hang on. Here we go. Alright, match 2. What are you laughing at, Dion?
3, 2, 1.
Right, there we go. 2 up for blue. That's the highest, biggest lead they've had so far today. And possibly a big combo there. Pretty big. Could have got 2 though. Oh, and he's dropped into the rockets of Senator. And there's just so many players. They all want this armor. It's still up. Actually stayed up for a couple of seconds there. And Shox, the low HP legend, grabs it. And gets Tri-Roxed in the back. 50 armor's still up. People don't seem to know. $59 hits his head on the beam there off the boot jump. 50 armor's still up. Belt's coming up. Red are in position. Will be Senator who got that, but Cyborg took the 100 armor. So pretty standard trade. You generally expect the first belt to go to one team and the other team to back off to the 100. And Red decided to just clear out that 100 room. And now Blue only have the one player with armor. It is Shox, who finally decided to go and pick up that 50. And the amp's up. Boots aren't up for 20 seconds, and I don't think anyone has boots. So someone's going to have to hammer jump, but it can't be Senator because he's too low. And this 100's not up for a while. It was Cyborg who took that, and he's going to sit up the top. So if anyone's ready to jump for the amp, it would be Cyborg. Oh, he's just seen it. Does he know the jump, though? Belt completely uncontested by either team. GVD knows it's up. But it was Blue who got the 100 armor. Sunraiser who picked it up. Oh, Cyborg tried to make the jump one way, but failed. And it is Shox who picks it up on low HP. This is where you need to bind the drop amp button, and they both go down. No, it was Cyborg who accidentally killed Shox. What happened there? Either way, red team get the amp off that. And GVD's pretty stacked, but gets absolutely rinsed by multiple players. This amp has changed hands a bunch of times. And finally, Kevlar can string something together with it. GVD goes down as well, so nice triple kill by Kevlar at the end. But really messy amp gameplay. It's down to 1 HP. Well played by Kevlar there. Keeping his nerve. So switch over to Shox. He did just get that 50 armor, and they're setting up for the belt. And this is looking like a much more even game. No points in it. Well, 1 point in it. As Cyborg picked up that belt on 12 HP. He's able to get to the HP. He's waiting on boots. They're not up for forever, unfortunately. And he loses his entire belt to someone with better positioning. That's rough. And red are going to get the 100. Goes to 59. And now he's in a good position to try and contest for this amp. As long as he doesn't take too much damage, which he definitely has. Don't want to be standing inside someone's full minigun spray. As he goes down. Players don't seem to be keeping their armor for long. All their lives. As Senator jumps up for the amp but dies almost instantly. Is rescued by 59, but he's only got double enforcer. Oh, nice play with the boots, and that will get him a minigun or a... Nope, he'll just jump down. Double tap to the back. And nearly a nice boot jump kill there. Meanwhile, his teammate Senator got the belt. Doesn't really matter that Amp went down there. It was just about to run out anyway. And I'm impressed by how close this game is. Normally you'd see some control at some point, but it seems like the teams are pretty much just running at each other. It still feels like that we're in that first sort of minute or so of a TDM game where it's all hectic. Finally, some stacks for blue team. Let's switch over to Cyborg. He's pretty stacked. He's guarding this belt for his teammate. He doesn't need to take it himself, but sometimes it helps to have someone up there anyway. 59 gets rinsed. Oh, huge combo by Cyborg. Takes out 2 and damages Chero. He's backing off. Now, this is a stack advantage for blue. Admittedly, GVD got the 100 armor, but a couple of players are respawning, so great opportunity for blue to get some spawn frags, but Cyborg goes down. I mean, they have built a little lead, but it's not much. And now they're desperately fighting over this amp room. Shox has just realized the opponents are the boots. And so that means they'll probably get the amp, unless that was the last boot charge. The amp's up. The boots are up. Cyborg, he just needs to look over and see that it's up. But blue's armor advantage has evaporated. Oh, they all know it's up. But I don't think they know the jump, or comfortable doing the jump. Anyway, belt's up in 5. Team's just happy to leave the amp, even though... Oh, there we go. 59's got the boots. Nope. Shox now has the boots. 59 died, so it will be Shox to pick up this amp. Senator got the belt, but most of it's gone already, and Sunraiser has the 100. So good position for blue still. Oh, Shox gutting when you shoot someone with amp sniper and they don't die. Especially if they live on 2 HP. And Senator... already done more than Shox did on 2 HP. That is the strength of the amp. He's obviously a bit of a glass cannon being this low, but sometimes that's all you need. And that has pretty much destroyed Red's advantage. Now only... or Blue's advantage, sorry. Now only 4 points up. Switch over to Kevlar. He's spotted Senator down there. He has an armor advantage. And his entire team are in the belt room, so they're almost guaranteed to get this belt. Oh, and he can backstab a couple players here. I like this play. Oh, runs out of flak ammo. That's unfortunate. But his teammates did get the belt. And they're making their way over towards the 100, but not in time. And there goes Blue's armor. Completely gone. You can lose it so quickly in the corridors on this map. Just going to pull up the stats here. Again, another dominant performance by Blue on the armor, but it's still really close. Lots of shot play this game as well. And 59, great position on that amp. Knew when it was spawning. And drops a gun for his teammate. Was that the belt of Sunraiser? If so, that's pretty huge. No, it wasn't, but it was a lot of armor. Double kill for 59, nearly a third. Will surely get one of these 3 players that have just lined up in front of him. Cyborg got him with the minigun though. Oh, it's so hard to hit people, and then 59 jumps into the bio. Oh dear. That's going in the replay. And now Red are leading. And because of that amp run. Slight armor advantage for them as well. So I have a feeling this game's going close. Down to the wire. Lots of fighting over this 100. It's up in 3 seconds. Whoever wins this has a much better chance of getting the next belt. And it will be Blue Team who walk in and sneak it, actually. Wow, half the players are in this room. Kevlar's still here. 59. Trying to hit a rocket. Doesn't really have the right gun for this situation. Finally goes down, does Kevlar. And the belt's coming up. Will be a race to the belts. Oh, Boots gets red there first, but he dies. I don't even know. Was it Sunraiser who picked that up? Because the belt's gone. Must have been so many players around him. Does secure his teammate the 100, though. And now it's Amp. I'm going to follow Cyborg. He does have the highest stack on blue team, but he's getting minigunned to pieces. And it's Shocks, of course, Shocks on 4 HP with the Amp. And he has to play this fairly passively. Because if Chero walks in and kills him, that's Amp giving up. And Chero still has 100 health. And those boots just spawned. Or the shields from Cyborg saving him. And Chero goes down. So Amp changing hands a couple times. And still only a 4-point game. Slight advantage for red. But that could go at any second, especially because the belt's coming up. And Cyborg, he's hunting GVD. Oh, misses the combo, but GVD jumps over the belt. You hate to see it. Cyborg doesn't want to walk into this bio. I don't think he knows it's chasing him. It seems like whenever a team gets belt that they give up the 100 armor. So they're quite synchronized and have been all game. Which can be really difficult if you're trying to establish control. Sometimes it's good if you have the 100 to just not take it for a few seconds. But it's a bit risky. Still a 4-point game. And Amp is the next item after this 100, of course, which looks like it will go to blue team. There we are, Sunraiser to pick that one up. And he has boots, so he can get to this Amp if his team knows it's up. Looks like he does, but he's missed the jump. That's unfortunate, and he needs to get out there, because if he gives the enemy team boots, looks like they'll get the Amp anyway. And they're clearing out this room. Cyborg takes out Shocks on the ramp, but goes down himself. And now, oh, what happened there? Sunraiser gets the Amp. Don't know where he shot GVD from. And now he's got 2 red players against him. One with rockets, and he goes down. Not quick enough to get to that 100 armor before it spawned. Again, a messy Amp run that changes hands a bunch of times. And we're back to a 4-point lead for red. And a fight over the 100 as per usual. Sunraiser tries to make the dodge for it. That was wishful thinking, I think. Let's follow 59, who did get that 100. People seem to be fighting a lot with the armors rather than trying to push into the belt. Which, I mean, is a viable strategy if you think you can get the kills. But sometimes it's better to just earn that position and secure your team the belt. Oh, patient rocket. And the belt's up. The 100's just been taken by blue. And the Amp's coming up. But nobody seems to know this belt's up. So maybe the teams don't have dedicated belt players. Which is possible. Switch to GVD. He gets the belt. And takes out Sunraiser. But pays for it. Takes like 200 damage there. And somebody picked up the Amp and died instantly. There we go. Goes to Shocks. He seems to be the only player who can grab Amps. Oh, it's another one. Cursed Amp run. Finally, blue gets some security. But Cyborg will go down to 1 Enforcer, screaming for his teammate to leave that health, I'm sure. Now it's a 3-point lead. GVD, wishing he'd burst that combo. But the belt's not up for a while, so these 2 red players are actually kind of trapped up here. Still, like the ever-consistent 4-point lead. Cyborg gets the 100. Belt's coming up. Goes to Sunraiser as a red player dodges off. So good position for blue. This is the best position they've been all game. They've tied the game up and they have quite a big stack advantage. All 4 red players have just respawned. No guns on any of them. And it's a great start from Sunraiser, taking out GVD. They need spawn frags here. Try and chain as many together as possible. They've got 2. Oh, Sunraiser needs to hit these rockets. And narrowly dodges those tri-rockets from GVD. And blue secure the 100, so great position for blue team. Real opportunity to win, to run away with the game in this last minute or so. They just need to press their advantage now. If they can get this amp, which they by all rights should based on the stacks, then they're in a great position. Oh, Sunraiser eats a rocket from the front, and he's just locking down that choke point with the minigun. Tons of damage onto Senator, who miraculously gets the rocket kill. But it is a 4-point lead with 20 seconds left for L7. Cyborg gets the belt. That's great for him. And the amp's up. Looks like teams aren't even going to bother going for the amp. It's just too much commitment. It's too risky. And I'm thinking this is pretty much guaranteed for blue at this point. 5 seconds left. Real close one. I'll pull up the stats for you to see. Another big game from Senator. And 59. 6.1k damage. So those two players, the real damage dealers this time round. Shocks before he left the server had over 5k himself. So well played. Good comeback by blue there. They were lagging for most of the game, but only by a few frags. Yeah. That is game 1 of the day. Switch to my face so you can take horrible images of me again. And we're going to jump straight into Ash versus Bex. But first I'm going to send you this replay of 59 jumping into the bio. Alright, I'm back. So I think this game is underway. Yeah, it started 1 minute ago. So they're playing the same 2 maps. Let's get the game over. There we go. But yeah, so this is Team Bex versus Team Captain Ash. Don't know the team names yet. I'll have to learn them. And I don't know who's predicted what. Won't lie, red looks pretty strong with Bex and Smalls. We saw Drozdu doing really well in that show match. As we switch to Bex, he has that amp. Not anymore. I do know that Ash and Chaos are actually very competent on this map, having played against them in pugs. Oh, beautiful from Ash. Nearly a 4th. I'm recording that one for the replay. And he did also secure himself the belt from that, so already looking like... that bio phased through him. But yeah, looking like a pretty confident lead off the bat for blue team. Oh, sidestepping the bio. And Memphis goes down. So 2-1 scoreline already. Obviously it's early days in the game, but can sometimes be indicative of an uneven match. We'll have to see. Looks like Ash is going to be playing this top position. Certainly more of a sniper player. So he cleans up Drozdu. And Bex. So Ash is on a bit of a rampage here. Must be nearing 10. There we go, there's the rampage. And the belt's coming up in 1 second. He gets the belt and he's probably going straight towards this amp. Just needs to get through Bex and avoid the tri-rockets. Or running the gauntlet, he knows the amp's up, so he's running straight to it. It's a good play by Ash. Oh, Smalls nearly goes down to 1 amp sniper. Ash can't hit the rocket, there we go. Or risky scenes. And now he's low, so he has to play quite passively. Yeah, good play by Smalls there, knowing he had enough health to survive an amp sniper and just pushing in, doing the damage and allowing his teammate to clean it up. That essentially broke all of Ash's momentum. He was on a bit of a run there. And it looks like for blue team it's Chaos playing this 100 armor location. We'll probably leave this for a teammate. Yeah, he's calling Seizure to come and get it. Or Ash will take. And all red players were on like 40 health for a second there, and then 2 of them went down. So this is a good position for blue. Belt's up. Ash is making the jump. Despite having the armor, just wants to get it off the map. And now he's cleaning up with the minigun. Huge flak from Smalls. So you can tell a 2K4 player from their flak, generally. And now it's a 10-point lead. So the game is stabilized. But blue do have that 10-point lead from earlier. Generally, leads like that will tend to evaporate on this map once someone gets a good amp run. Speaking of amp runs, it is up. And Captain Ash picks it up. He's only got 30 health, gets a flak kill. And 2 spawners in front of him, that's quite important. Unless something like that happens. If it's Chaos who picks it up, that's quite lucky that Chaos was there to pick it up. Looks like Ash was surrounded by enemies. But eventually it goes to Smalls, who's getting backstabbed by Ash himself. And not in time to try and full flak the belt, which goes to Rain, who only has Bio Rifle to back this belt up. But we'll follow him anyway. It can be good to follow the Bio players sometimes, because you never know what might happen. There we go, Rain showing us why he's a CTF player. Missing all his shots and walking into his own Bio. See, that's why we follow the Bio players. See, I'm sure Dion will remind Rain of that after the game. No armor on the map until Small's got that 50. And again, game's pretty stable at sort of plus 10, plus 12 scoreline. And the belt just came up. Smalls in position, wants to clear the room out. Oh, this is so risky. Manages to get there, but it's spread on the Enforcer, preventing Ash from getting that kill there. And now it's a 5-point game. The Keg and the Amp are both up. Amp picked up by Ash. As with last time, he's on 33 health. And he's getting rushed down by Droz, who doesn't get the kill, but minigun's there. Seizure got that Keg. Somehow blue just always there for the pickup on the Amp. But Kale's not finding anyone to click on. There we go, there's Memphis. Oh no! Oh, I thought he died from his teammate, but Smalls must have sniped him from the sniper position. He goes down. Amp's in the hands of Memphis, but runs out. This is a strong position for the flak cannon. Often see Snatch playing down here with the flak, racking up kills. Oh, Memphis unable to finish that kill, but look how low all the players are. Small's the only player with armor for a second there. But 100 spawns. Oh, Ash is going to lose this fight because he doesn't have a gun. And Ash just went down. So that's pretty significant, because that's all the armor for Team Blue gone. And, oh, they think the Amp's up, but it is not. It is delayed. Nice link beam. But now Smalls needs to back up, and the Amp is actually coming up now. I say he's backing off, but no. Actually pressures it. Guess he must have team support from behind. Oh, the dodging. Somehow gets out of that without taking damage. That was quick-footed, but Seizure comes out the ramp. Nukes Smalls. And takes position at the top of the map. So that 5-point lead is back up to a 10-point lead. Blue looking reasonably comfortable, especially since they have this Amp and the belt. Ash now has a huge stack. So let's follow him for a bit. He's got stack and guns. That is pretty broken in TDM. Stroz goes down without doing much damage. Blue are looking solid at the moment. Oh, Ash just did tons of damage to himself and walked into 2 rockets. Oh, you can see how quickly that advantage evaporates when you and dies to double Enforcer. can have all the armor in the world, but a few wrong turns. Oh, and a bit of lag, apparently. His 100's up. No one seems aware. Chaos has now just seen it. Might leave it for a teammate, or will, you know, he's being chased, so has to deny. Nearly a huge combo there, but Vex has the position. Both players so low. Chaos getting a kill on 1 health. I mean, at this point, anything you can do on 1 health is pretty much a bonus. Vex has just picked up this this belt. If he can get the sniper, he must know the amp's coming up. No, he doesn't. There we are, Smalls knows. But Smalls is low. Yeah, risky moving in there, but kind of have to take risks. Oh, I say that, but they are only 2 points away as Smalls gets a multi-kill on the amp run. This is what they needed. And that keg, that is so nice to see if you're Smalls. Ash is so low, actually denies the 50 from Smalls, so that's not the end of the world for him. And suddenly nobody has any armor. And it's a 3-point lead. If Blue lose this, they're going to be gutted because they've essentially had the lead the whole game. And that belt goes to red. Switch over to Bex. He is the belted player. And they're moving towards the 100. They've timed this to perfection because the 100's coming up just in time for them to take the room and the 100. Oh, but Bex has to take it in the face of 2 blue players. It's kind of unfortunate, and that combo not going off is... and the team kill. It's all going wrong. And he has to escape to the health. Sidesteps that flak bomb. But lots of blue players are low, so still chances for kills. Oh, Rain. Can't hit the flak on Bex and goes down. But about to be traded out. And Ash gets the amp on 30 health again. But dies instantly. Jaws can't hit the combo. Amp changes hands a second time. Goes to Rain. Who can't hit shock primaries from that position, apparently. Oh, what a combo! Red like a book, just throws a shock ball out towards the belt. Here's the lift. 255 damage. And Smalls goes down here without hitting a full flak. It's always painful when you rush towards someone who has mini and miss your one opportunity to kill them. This health is not coming up for Rain. There we go. If he'd stuck with the minigun secondary there, he would have killed Vex, but I guess he didn't know how low he was. As he's just lost so much health from Smalls' flak. Well played by Smalls. Fighting up the ramp against a stacked player. Just hits his shots this time. 100 is up. Chaos didn't even see it. Neither did Rain. Oh no, they just both walked past that. That's so unfortunate. I guess they're running towards the belt. Smalls hammer jumps for it. Fair enough. Chaos got that 100 eventually, so it did go to a blue team player. As blue take the amp. Josdu hits a headshot onto Seizure. Hit scan dropped for the amp player. I like to see it. Unfortunately, Rain unable to connect with anything. There we go. Takes that 50 armor. Wants to go a bit aggressive here. But his teammates are just killing everyone for him. There we are. 3 red players. This is where you can shine, Rain. Kills Memphis. Oh, gets nuked. So only 1 for 1 on that amp run. That's unlucky. They were in a good position. And it's a tie game with 2 minutes left. So this is a close one. If somebody can have a run in this last minute, then they essentially win their team the game. And they'll remind me of Tamer in UTPL Season 2 when he carried us against Abs. With his double enforcer amp run at the end. Belt goes to red though. And the 100 goes to blue. So that seems to be... yeah, the story of this game. Lots of belts. Well, for both teams. Belt's pretty even, but A few more armors, a few more 50s for blue. And more damage. So surprising that it's this close. But I guess Red have been getting their kills from amp runs and that kind of thing where you just kill spawn players. There's 1 minute left. The 100 armor's up. Goes to blue. The amp is also up. And Ash is fighting Bex over it. Let's follow Bex. He gets the kill. This could seal the game if Bex can get a run here. The enemy team don't have much in the way of armor. Chaos goes down, but Bex walks into that flak bomb. And the amp goes somewhere. Goes to Ash, who's on 30 health. But he goes down. He can't get to the 50 armor. It's picked up by his teammate. They have a 1 point lead. This could very realistically go to overtime here. But Chaos, he's scared to actually do anything with his amp because he's sniperable. Still a 1 point lead. Nobody's killed anyone. There we go. It's tied up. As Smalls gets the flak cannon that ties the game up. Oh, 3 points for Red. And they just win the game off that. They win by 4 points. So close. I must say, well played by both teams. 6k damage from Ash. Man of the match for sure. 40 kills. Actually, I think I've got a replay of him. Let's watch that. Up the top, sniper. This was early on. But this is the run that he turned into a rampage. Kills Memphis. There we are. And a double kill. Multi-kill. Very nice. Nearly the ultra kill. That might have been game... No, that was game 1. So I don't know where Memphis is going. But we will be going back to Tempest. I think blue probably have a better chance on this map. Oh no, hang on. I take that back. So red team, they had less damage and they had fewer armors, which suggests that they were carried a bit by the sort of individual performances and the runs. Saw Smalls get a couple of runs. So if they can maintain that, then they've got a good chance. I think blue team had a much tighter grip on the armors. So if they can have that team coordination, if Ash can have another banger performance, then they're certainly still in it. There we go, you can see me and the scrolling images of the nice maps that this game has. Yeah, I will just pull up the... Well, I won't pull them up. I'll read them out. Predictions. I know Mikey put them in the chat. But... What am I looking for? Bex versus Almost Godlike, which is Captain Ash's team. Rated 64% to win. Ash was predicted 25% to win and 11% voted draw. So I'd be surprised. These teams look pretty even to me. What did I vote? I think I put a lot of draws in. Yeah, I put a draw. What did I put for the previous match? I put draw as well. I think all of my... Oh, hang on. Take that back. Oh yeah, no, I got that one totally wrong. Alright, looks like the players are readying up. Oh, still waiting on Memphis. Small saying he wasn't hitting flak, but to be honest, he hit quite a lot. Come on, Memphis. There we go. He's back. Oh, I've just realised that Red Team's team name is just their player initials, which is quite funny. No, this is map 2. Red 1, map 1. Our players are ready, or at least Red is. And it was Memphis we were waiting for, so should be Blue ready as well. Nope, we're waiting. I think this is the only time we get to see Tempest in the group stage, so you better enjoy it. Although there might be a couple of Tempest games tomorrow on the weekend. And then we'll have to wait till the playoffs. But teams are ready. Getting down to business.
2, 1.
Still my armors. Smalls as he gets rinsed by a minigun and actually wins the fight. That is totally doable with the Enforcer. Well, he hears someone charging rockets behind him, but it's his teammate. And players all rushing this 100 armor. Smalls gets it, he's got 9 health though, and goes down instantly, so that gets burned. Seizure got a 25, might go for this 50 armor. I mean, this is a strong combo, because it's generally not really utilised. If you can hang around the 50 and the 25, then that's almost as good as the 100 armor, especially if you get those vials. But Red is on the ramp to the belt. Seizure gets pushed away, only has that bio to work with. And it's Smalls in position for the belt. Needs to watch his head, but he gets out of the way of the combo in time. And these blue players surely going down here. Rain on no health. Smalls multi-kills. And there's just players spawning in front of him. Goes for the prediction up the jump pad. But has to make do with some nice tracking of the link as he gets murked from behind. And it's Bex with the biggest stack in the game at the moment. Oh, I heard someone just jump for that amp. And it is Ash. So I was expecting Bex to try and make a move on that since he did have the high stack, but Blue beat him to the punch, and Bex is trapped in the alcove and goes down before he can get the 100. So that's great play by Blue, zoning Bex out, even though he was the highest stacked player. Now that honor falls to Rain. Ash can't really see anyone, and he goes down to some nice shots from Bex. Rain, so this is why you have amp support. As Rain's in position, and he uses his boots to jump up to the belt. So great play by Rain. Takes a lot of damage, but makes the correct play, absolutely. And now Blue have a lot of armor. They are 8 points behind, which is surprising me. But looking pretty solid. Stack-wise. He's actually waiting for this health. Only one. So he's going to have to look for more health after this. There we go. He's got some vials. Oh, double kill from Memphis. That's brutal. Especially because Rain had a bit of stack. And now decent stacks for Red. They are set up. He kills his teammate there, I think. But they're set up for the belt. I think everyone just died, though. Yeah, Blue just murked everyone. It'll be Ash for the belt. Bex gets the amp. Oh, and he's just rinsed this amp, this belt player. That is horrible. And another one. That's not a fight you want to take. I mean, it can be easy to think you've got the space to work around, but that corridor is not as big as it looks compared to the combos. And they just lose everything walking into that 100 armor room. There's Bex actually pushing up, trying to backstab people at belt. Oh, that's some missed flat. Yep, those link beams and minigun primaries really put on the pressure. And now it's actually belt now. And Memphis is the only player here. Or Smalls has got those boots. Misses the jump. I think maybe... Okay. Bit of coordination mishaps going on. But they get the belt. And Blue team just really unable to punish. Jumps up in 5. Ooh, Memphis pops in the air. And goes down. So he had a bit of stack at the belt, I think. But still, red team's still pretty stacked. Good position for this amp. Boots are actually up. Oh, but Bex already has him. And hits Ash with 2 really nice shock primaries. Not an easy angle. And Ash comes in and takes the boots. Or Bex, opportunity for lots of damage here, but gets zoned out by those shock cores. Ash just been running around the map with these boots and is finally gonna get trapped. Made it to the belt, but Smalls was there ahead of time. We'll switch over to Smalls. And he's just been wrecked by a combo. So, honestly, the armor is not lasting long between these two teams. Nice boot jump combo from Smalls. Nothing really up for a little while. Except the 50 armor. Smalls on a rampage. With nearly 3k damage, so much more damage than anyone else. Definitely carrying red in this first 5 minutes. And this is the biggest scoreline we've seen today. Massive difference. Quite considerably over 2-1. And they get a belt. They've just had the belts on lockdown this past few minutes. Amp's coming up as well. I mean, this map's unusual because the amp can get delayed quite a lot. Someone's hammer jumping for it though. There we are. Seizure has the amp. Oh, he's taking a sniper shot. Gets killed by Bex. Great play by Bex. 2 clutch sniper shots in the face of an amp carrier with rockets. And this is huge because he's got such a massive stack behind this. And the amp was fairly fresh. And players are lining up for him. He gets 1. Possibly, so I see he's prioritizing Rain because Rain's running up to get towards the belt. Which admittedly isn't up for a while. And Bex misses a few shots, but he's still in a great position here. And they've just cleaned out this belt room. So this is looking really coordinated from red team. Yeah, the previous Tempest game we saw looked a bit scrimmy. But this is definitely showing signs of red having practiced the map. Or at least practiced TDM in general with each other. They're definitely calling well. Bex, after hitting those 2 sniper shots, he doesn't seem to have hit anything. There we go. The ever-reliable minigun. Oh, shoots his teammate. Nice, headshot. Ooh! Great headshots from Bex. Oh, I actually missed the amp get taken completely. I think that was an amped headshot. Smalls now has it. And he's 100-100 with a sniper and a shock and a link. Pretty much the most dangerous you can be. 2 snipes onto Rain. And a third. Oh, goes down though. But so much damage done off that amp and they're already so far in the lead. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a concession. Because this is brutal. Have a look at that scoreline again. Smalls 4k damage. We are only like 8.5 minutes into this game. It's a massive damage difference. 3k as well. Oh no, did Ash kill himself with a shock secondary on the wall? Another belt going the way of red. Ash not there in time. Had the right idea. Bex could have gone down to a couple of enforcers, but just too late. And now Amp's coming up. Red have the stack, and Bex leaving snipers for his teammate. Nice to see. Huh. Bex runs into the choke point. Ash unable to hit the combos, and they force him out. As Smalls, I think that is. Yeah, Smalls jumps for the amp. He's 100-100 again with Sniper. He got a couple of nice kills last time. Let's see if he can repeat that. He's actually going up to help the belt. Oh, I saw Tamer in chat saying Smalls keeping those boots, and he's just used all 3 of those masterfully to get into perfect position to hold this belt. See, this is all you have to do. When you're this far in the lead, you don't need to get kills in your runs. You just need to secure items. And that's what he's done. A couple last seconds to play around with this amp. Gets one more onto Ash. And this is looking like a total wash. Which is unfortunate because that Nitro game was super close. Blue team definitely got to be kicking themselves for losing that one. Had the lead almost the whole game. Until pretty much the last, like, 50 seconds. And that kind of thinking kind of weighs on you, especially at map 2. Blue team probably not all there mentally right now. And red going to be feeling pretty good. Seven belts to red. I'm pretty sure they've had 7 in a row. And about to be 8 if Smalls can get up here unharmed, which he can. Ash goes down. Smalls goes down, actually. So a bit of a reset, but Ash making the biggest hammer jump of his life and misses the amp. Sails straight over it. And now, you see, they're waiting for these boots. He goes down. Memphis gets a double kill with a sniper. Boots are up soon. Still enough time for someone to hammer jump. Oh, there's a much easier hammer jump than that. You just have to jump off this ramp. Go up. There we go, gets it on the 3rd try. And 100 armor. So a bit of potential for a run here. Oh, but Smalls, 0 fear, runs in, and he's got Bex to back him up. A spawner from behind Ash. Ash down to 1 HP, kills Bex. They're just relentlessly rushing. And I mean, if you're 30 frags up with a couple minutes, the only way you lose is if they have, like, I don't know, 2 massive amp runs and then spawn frag you all game. So if all you have to do is deny the amp runs. That scoreboard up. Still about 2k damage, so the damage gap has decreased a little bit, but not by much, and it's not going to be enough over a 30 frag lead with 2 minutes left. Some people in chat talking about the previous game. I think Nitro is a game that is a map that can kind of, if you have a couple of good runs, then you can really hamper someone's momentum on that map. So even if they're better than you, if they have a sort of grindy play style where they're just out fragging you, you can potentially win that map. This is a map where you can lock down the belt more easily. Amp goes to Bex, who gets a kill on 4 health. He's just had it spawn underneath him, I think. Goes down. Drozdy's there with the support to pick up the amp. And 5.8k damage from Smalls. Massive game. We've still got a minute left. Drozdy's cleaning up the belt. He does not want blue team to get their 4th amp. Or 4th belt, rather. And I don't think blue have had a belt since minute 3. I'm gonna follow Smalls for the last 30 seconds, see if he can make it over 6k damage. Oh, he's halfway there. Just needs to hit one more sniper, and then he's basically Dion. Oh, I think that's done it. Yeah, he's over 6k. Massive game from Smalls. Not quite as high damage as 59x from the other game today. Well played by Red. Dominating performance. Almost 40 frag lead on Tempest after a close victory on Nitro. I have a replay, I think. This is Bex getting 2 amped headshots. Or just 2 regular headshots, maybe. Yeah, there's the first and the second. Last shot in the mag as well. Well played by him. Well played by Red Team. Anyway, that is it for today. I believe there are games happening tomorrow, and I'll probably cover those. And Dion can take more horrible screenshots of my face and post them all over the internet. Whatever. Yeah, it's been fun. Thanks for checking out the stream, guys. I will see you probably tomorrow.